So, when I'm an adult, I want to live in Colorado. The climate is nice, the people are nice, and it's not too expensive to live there. I, like most people, don't really like working. I have a couple hobbies like singing, parkour, and most importantly, video games. I love video games. In fact, I play video games every single day. I would love to play video games for the rest of my life. I'm sure that a lot of people also want to play video games forever. We need to make a living in order to live, of course. So how do you make money playing video games? The option we will be going over today is YouTube. YouTube is a platform where people can post videos and others can watch those videos. It is a great way to share information and also a great way to spend your time relaxing. But in order to make money on YouTube, you need 10,000 hours of watch time and 1,000 subscribers. But you make close to nothing at 1,000 subscribers. You need 13,538,000 to 22,563,333 views a year to make the standard amount of living in the US. But I want to be more specific. I want to know exactly how much money we need to live in Colorado. I also want to perfect my equation because on my paper, it isn't the most accurate. So in order to figure this out, we need to figure out each individual living expense in Colorado. I compiled a list of the following living expenses: groceries, home expenses such as gas, electricity, water, rent, and so on, car expenses such as gas, the cost of the car itself and maintenance, insurance, and medical expenses. According to Senziana Bona on rentcafe.com, the average monthly rent in Denver, Colorado Springs, and Aurora was $1,663, $1,201, and $1,347. That is an average of $16,844 a year. People spend around $337 on groceries a year. Colorado's average monthly energy cost was $224 to $93 a month for electricity and around $44 for monthly natural gas. That works out to about $202. According to Colorado.aaa.com, owning and operating a new vehicle in 2017 will cost a driver an average of $8,469 annually. So far, to live in a house and drive around, you have to pay $17,383 so far. Insurance is the most, though. According to Lauren Ward on Bankrate.com, currently, car insurance rates in Colorado average $518 per year for minimum coverage and $2,016 per year for full coverage. Let's say we want to have full coverage. That means the cost of living in Colorado is around $20,000. When I was making this script, I was stupid and I saw that was car insurance, not insurance in general. So let's add $15,000 for all the stuff I forgot. And also, if I didn't forget much, we'll still add the $15,000 because we all want to live somewhat comfortably, you know? That ends up with a total of $35,000 is the cost of living in Colorado. Now, we need to figure out all the ways of making money on YouTube and set up an equation to figure out how many views and subscribers we need in order to hit that $35,000 mark. First, there are ad views. On my paper, which will be in the description for those of you who aren't my teacher, mintintuit.com shows that YouTubers can make anywhere from $3 to $5 per 1,000 views. But YouTubers make money on more than just ad views. YouTubers with 11,000 subscribers can make around $840 a year on merch. And that last way to make money are sponsors. According to Holly Hunt on learn.g2.com, YouTubers charge brands anywhere from $10 to $50 per 1,000 views. So first we have to start by creating some variables for the equation. X will be the number of views, and Y can be the amount of money. If you got $1 per view, then X equals Y. However, if you get $4 per view, which is the average of $3 to $5, you would get an equation of 4x equals Y. However, we need to somehow take into account that it is $4 per 1,000 views. In order to do that, we can take x divided by 1,000 times 4 is equal to y, or 4x divided by 1,000 is equal to y. That is the equation for ad money. Next is sponsors. $30 per 1,000 views. Once again, that is 50 plus 10 divided by 2 to find the average is 30. Once again, if you got $1 per view on sponsors, then x would equal y, but if we got $30 per view, it would be 30x is equal to y divided by 1,000, and yet 30x divided by 1,000 is equal to y. That is how we calculate how much money is made on sponsors. If we add that to the AdSense and get an equation of how much money you would make on ads and sponsorships, it creates an equation of 4x divided by 1,000 plus 30x divided by 1,000 is equal to y. We have one last thing to add to the equation: merch. The website I got the merch information from said that you make $840 a year with 11,000 subscribers. This is an issue because viewers and subscribers are typically never the same. We have two options: create another variable for subscribers or find a way to convert subscribers to viewers. According to Mark Robertson on tubularlabs.com, if your YouTube channel has 100,000 subscribers, then you should expect between 12 to 15,000 views per video. That is an average ratio of views to subscribers equals 14%. Plugging the math in, it gets you 1,485 views per video for every 11,000 subscribers. Let's say you upload Z amount of times a year. That means for every 1,485 Z views, you get $840. Once again, if you get $1 per view on merch, you get X is equal to Y. If you get $840 per view on merch, it would be 840, X is equal to Y. But we need to divide it once again, which gets you 840X divided by 1,485 Z is equal to Y. That is essentially the last way you can make money on YouTube. And now we have found all the ways to make money as a YouTuber and created the equations for it. We now need to add them all together to create an equation of 4x divided by 1,000 plus 30x divided by 1,000 plus 840x divided by 1,485 Z is equal to Y. To simplify the equation, we just need to add two of the parts together, specifically the 4x divided by 1,000 plus 30x divided by 1,000 together, because you get 34x divided by 1,000. Like how a fourth plus a fourth is 2/4. Essentially, it's the same thing. When we do that and simplify it, we get a new and perfect equation of 17x divided by 500 plus 56x divided by 99z is equal to y. This is the equation for the average amount of money made on YouTube per x views and z times a year. You can plug this in for any amount of money, which is exactly what we are going to do. We can plug in 35,000 for y and solve for x to get the amount of views. This equation is 17x divided by 500 plus 56x divided by 99z is equal to 35,000. First, we multiply the 99 by z, which is how many times we upload a year. Let's say we upload once a week. That would be about 52 times a year. And that would get us 17x divided by 500 plus 56x divided by 5,148 is equal to 35,000. And now we need to get rid of one of the fractions. In order to do that, we then multiply each side by 500 to get 17x plus 28,000x divided by 5,148 is equal to 17,500,000. We then multiply each side by 5,148, which gets you 87,516x plus 28,000x is equal to 90,090,000,000, or 115,516x is equal to 90,090,000,000. Divide 90,090,000,000 by 115,516, which gets us the final number of how many views a year we need to survive in Colorado, which is 779,892 views a year, which is 14,997.92 views a week. This is our number. This is how many views we need a year to live in Colorado. And to make sure I was correct and I am not crazy, I went to wolframalpha.com and checked every single equation and every single step of the way to make sure it was correct. I also got some help from my family members to make sure my math was right, and it actually was, and I had to fix it once or twice, but now we got it right, and this is the actual number. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter all that much how much money you make off YouTube. As long as you're making enough to live on. Even so, you might have another job as well as YouTube. You don't exactly need to do YouTube for a living. As long as you are having fun making the videos you love, or just growing a fun community, that is all that matters. Have a good day.